Welcome. I am your ambassador for Pathways, and I am your guide for Pathways. We are both thrilled to be here. We have partnered to help you to understand the Toastmasters Pathways learning experience so that when Pathways comes to our district, you are ready to begin right away. Thank you to your club officers for reserving time for us to speak with you about the coming rollout of Pathways in our district. It's an exciting time to be a Toastmaster. Before we start talking about Pathways, I want to show you a quick video of what you can expect to see and do in Pathways. That was a great video. Are you excited? I am too. As you all know very well, every Toastmasters journey starts with a single speech. Your Toastmasters education is a journey of self-discovery at your own pace, achievement, and excellence. Our new learning experience, Pathways, has many paths, choices, opportunities, and possibilities. To view the Pathways welcome video, view it at toastmasters.org/pathwayswelcome. I hope you enjoy that video as much as I did. Pathways is an evolution in the Toastmaster experience because you now get to customize your learning experience to fit your goals and your needs. You have the flexibility to choose what you want to learn about and which skills to improve. You decide how to complete your Toastmasters education. It's all up to you. Pathways sets you on a journey of personal and professional development. It offers many different avenues for you to explore and achieve. It's a journey that reflects the Toastmasters mission of helping individuals reach their full potential, a journey in which you can keep striving to reach your goals. Pathways allows you to explore brand new dynamic projects that the current program doesn't offer. You learn new skills and use them to help you gain that promotion at work or plan that family event. With Pathways, you broaden your abilities to meet the goals you've set for yourself. You start by choosing from 10 distinctive learning paths that are based on 5 core competencies: public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, or building confidence. Each path is designed to help you achieve the latest competency, which cannot be taught. Confidence, one path. Presentation mastery focuses solely on public speaking skills and building confidence in your abilities. Public speaking is an important component of the other 9 paths as well. It is a skill you'll be practicing no matter which path you choose. In fact, each path requires you to give a minimum of 15 prepared speeches. The 9 other paths also focus on a combination of the other 4 core competencies. You'll have the flexibility to choose to pursue any of these paths. For example, dynamic leadership helps you build your skills as a strategic leader and conflict resolver. You'll focus on facilitating change as well as public speaking. Effective coaching helps you build your skills as a positive communicator, leader, and coach. You will focus on interpersonal communication and developing strong public speaking skills. Innovative planning helps you build your skills as a public speaker, leader, and project manager. You will focus on strategies for creating innovative solutions as well as on public speaking. Many other competencies are built from those 5 core competencies. In fact, you can practice and hone over 300 competencies in the new program. With so many paths and projects to choose from, you get to experience the education program the way you want to experience it. You choose your path and the competencies you want to improve based on your personal and professional goals. Each of the 10 paths is divided into 5 levels. These levels progress in complexity as you move through them. The educational content is designed to build on what you have learned in the previous level. You'll complete 2 to 3 projects per level for a total of at least 14 projects per path. The levels are Level 1, Mastering Fundamentals. Level 2, Learning Your Style. Level 3, Increasing Knowledge. Level 4, Building Skills. Level 5, Demonstrating Expertise. The goal through Pathways is to apply what you learn as you move from earlier to later levels. The first project you begin with is the icebreaker at level 1. Everyone starts with this project at level 1 and moves through the levels sequentially. Level 1 is the only level in Pathways that is the same in every path. Why? Because the skills you learn in those projects are foundational to your experience as a Toastmaster and public speaker. How many of you completed the Competent Communicator Manual? Have any of you completed it more than once? Did you learn something new each time? Most of us do. The same is true for level 1 in all Pathways paths. If you pursue additional paths after your first path, you'll repeat level 1 projects with a new experience and a different goal each time. As you can see from this table, you'll serve in various meeting roles and a complete mix of required elective projects. If a project is required, it means that you must complete it as part of your path. These are the projects that contribute towards you building one or more of the core competencies that make up your path. For example, in the public speaking path I mentioned a few minutes ago, presentation mastery, some of the required projects include effective body language, persuasive speaking, and managing a difficult audience. The elective projects supplement and support the core projects of your learning goals. Choose these projects is how you customize your path and tailor it to your specific needs and goals. You must complete 1 or 2 electives at levels 3, 4, and 5, depending on the level. However, you may complete as many electives as you like. There is no limit to how far you want to customize your path. There are a variety of elective projects for you to choose from, such as deliver social speeches, inspire your audience, create a podcast, building social media presence, public relations strategies, moderate a panel discussion, ethical leadership, and more. Earlier, I mentioned that no matter which path you choose, you complete at least 14 projects and give a minimum of 15 speeches. Notice that those two numbers are not the same. A big change we'll see is that a project in Pathways is not equivalent to one speech. I know we were all used to this, especially in the Competent Communicator Manual. In most Pathways projects, not only will you give a speech, but you will also complete other tasks before you begin and give that speech. Sometimes you will complete multiple tasks, and sometimes you will give multiple speeches before you can complete one project. For example, let's say you're completing Making Connections Through Networking, a Level 3 elective project. You choose this project because you want to improve your networking skills to help you search for a new job. You open the project and read through the first pieces of information, including the assignment. You can see that you need to prepare for and attend a networking event, and then later present a 5 to 7 minute speech to your club about your experience. After you read through the entire project, you begin strategizing and prepare to fulfill all requirements. At this point, you determine a networking event to attend, prepare for it, and then actually go to it. Once you completed those tasks, you prepare and deliver your 5 to 7 minute speech. Many assignments have additional tasks to complete. Not all are as extensive as attending an event, but you will do more than just giving a speech. So even if you're not able to speak at every meeting, you can use the time between scheduled speeches to complete other tasks. In fact, some assignments require you to spend a certain amount of time completing tasks before you can give your speech. Remember, Pathways is a self-paced program. You can take as much time as you need to complete projects and the tasks within them. Another positive change you will see in Pathways is in speech evaluations. You still give and receive verbal and written evaluations in your club meetings, but the way you do this and the resources you have changed. Each evaluation is now tied and customized for each speech. We've all seen or received ineffective evaluations. Sometimes they are too positive and give the speaker no suggestions for improvement when there really were areas that needed improving. Other times, evaluations are negative while still offering no suggestions. And sometimes, evaluations lack any substance at all. That is why the evaluation process has been standardized in Pathways to encourage everyone to give evaluations that are as objective and constructive. Here is an example of the new evaluation resources. This one for that Making Connections Through Networking project that you just completed. You're going to become very familiar with these forms because every project has them. The first page gives an overview of the assignment you are completing, which helps the evaluator understand what you are trying to accomplish. There's also space for general comments about your speech. Your evaluator will use the second page to score the skills you demonstrate during your speech. All evaluations for all projects are scored on a scale of 5 to 1, with 5 being the highest score and 1 being the lowest. You can see what each of these scores means at the top of the page. There's a box for comments next to each so that your evaluator can give you the specific feedback for each score. This third page helps your evaluator determine your score for each competency or skill. They use this page side by side with the second page to determine your scores. Here is what will happen when you receive an evaluation in Pathways. Before you speak, you make sure your evaluator has the evaluation resource that corresponds to the project you are completing. You can send it to your evaluator or they can download it from the Basecamp. If you are completing your path in printed materials, you can give your book to the evaluator during the meeting, just as you do today. During the meeting, your evaluator has 2 options for completing the evaluation resource. They can either write it on a printed copy of the resource, or they can download it, fill it out electronically, and send it to you later. You will be able to upload and store copies of all your evaluations. It is simple as scanning in a photo, or uploading the PDF your evaluator sends you. Feedback doesn't have to stop with your evaluator. Through Basecamp, you can request feedback from your other members of your club to help you improve your skills even more. You can also award badges to members in your club to recognize the skills they have demonstrated during their speeches. We all now have the opportunity to collect more feedback on the skills we demonstrate. In addition to the badges you can give each other on Basecamp, you will receive digital badges and printable certificates when you complete each level. When you complete level 5, you will receive the Proficient designation. This award marks the completion of your path, a recognition of the time and effort you have devoted to building your skills. In Pathways, you are recognized at each step of your journey. You are probably wondering how long it will take you to complete a path. We all work at different paces, but Learning Masters and World Headquarters staff estimate it will take you up to about 18 months to complete a path. Some of you may finish a path quickly, while others may take a long time to complete all their projects. Mentorship is an important part of the Toastmasters experience. Many of us have benefited from both being mentored or mentoring others. I'm excited to announce that there is a new mentoring program available, the Pathway Mentor Program. It's a structured program that will help you identify when you are ready to be a mentor, understand best practices for mentoring, and practice mentoring on a small and large scale. You will be able to enroll in this program once you have completed level 2 of your path. There is no extra charge for pursuing the Pathways Mentor Program. There are 4 projects in the program, including Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring at level 2, which everyone will complete. After you complete all projects in the Pathways Mentor Program, as well as 1 full path in Pathways, you are designated a Pathways Mentor. Yes, it's going to take time before your club has Pathways members. That's okay. You can continue with the current mentoring process until members of your club have moved through the Pathways Mentor Program. I encourage you all to pursue this program if you enjoy helping and supporting others to reach their goals. Hello, I'm your Pathways Guide. Now that the ambassador has introduced you to Pathways and all it has to offer, how do you get started? The first thing you do is enroll in your path. You choose how you will experience Pathways, online or in printed materials. Let me show you what the online experience looks like. We're going to focus on this for a few minutes because it's the biggest change you will see in Pathways. Pathways is a journey. What do you need before you go on a journey? Tools and supplies. In Pathways, that is Basecamp. a learning management system where you can access the online materials for the program. It is where your path and projects live. Basecamp is a gateway to an engaging, multi-layered learning experience that will enable you to develop many new skills and maximize your growth. Basecamp is where you find all your resources, where you can give and receive feedback, where you can upload and store your speech evaluations, and much more. Here you will find your projects, resources, tips, tools, quizzes, and more. By completing your path online, you have many more opportunities and tools to grow your skills. There are helpful tutorials to help you find information and complete certain tasks on Basecamp. With Basecamp, you get everything Pathways has to offer. You can choose from each of the 10 paths in all 9 languages: English, Arabic, French, German, and so on, and traditional Chinese. You can access all resources, videos, quizzes, activities, and printable versions of every project on your path. You aren't limited to a manual you have to carry around with you. You can access Basecamp from your computer, laptop, or tablet as long as you have an internet connection. What is great about Basecamp is if you prefer to print paper copies of your projects and evaluations, you can, but you also have valuable interactive resources, then you can have both. The Print My Project button allows you to access a printable version of your project. You can access all your educational projects from your educational transcript. This is where you go to actually read your projects. I'm going to show you how this looks in just a few minutes. The Speech Evaluations page is where you find downloadable and printable copies of all speech evaluation resources. You will find copies of your evaluation resources to send to your evaluator or to use before you serve in the role of evaluator. There is so much you can do from Basecamp. I hope you are as excited as I am to sign in and explore it as soon as Pathways rolls out. If you choose to work in printed materials, you will receive booklets in the mail from Toastmasters International, just as you do today. You will receive your path in 3 separate shipments as you progress. If you choose to use Basecamp, the online tool, you will access your path and additional resources from your tablet, laptop, or computer. Not only will you see the online interactive versions of your projects, but you will also have the ability to save and print copies of them too. These printable versions of each project look the same as the ones you would receive from Toastmasters International if you choose the printed materials option. So, if you want all the extras that come along with Basecamp, but would still like to be able to work on paper, you can achieve all that by choosing to work in Basecamp. Though you have the resources you need to complete your path in printed materials, your experience and path options are limited compared to what's on Basecamp. You can still log in to view badges, print certificates, and download printable resources, but you cannot see or use the online versions of your projects. Print paths are limited. There are 5 paths available in English and 2 paths available in other languages. Print is also more expensive. We'll get to that later. While Basecamp gives you a lot more robust experience, you must choose the option that is best for you. Once you choose how to experience Pathways, you pick your path. If you select Basecamp, then you take the Pathways Assessment online. The Pathways Assessment helps you identify the path that best meets your needs, interests, and goals. In the assessment, you are asked about your experience, goals, interests, and objectives. From your responses, a path is recommended to you. You may be excited, energized, or even surprised by the path recommended to you. The Pathways Assessment helps to point you in the best possible direction. You can choose this path or select from one of 9 others. If you choose to pursue your path in printed materials, you skip the Pathways Assessment and select from the paths available to you. To determine which path is best for you, read full descriptions of those paths in the Navigator, which we will discuss in a few minutes. Even if you choose printed materials, you still complete this ordering process online. If you do not have access to the internet, you can use a path order form to select your path. You will each receive a free path when the program rolls out in our district. Members who join after Pathways launches in our district will receive a path with their membership. The second path, and for all those after, are $20 each. If you're completing your path on Basecamp, that is all you pay for the path. If you choose to order printed materials, you pay an additional fee of $25 to cover the costs. This also applies to your first path. So the $20 fee is waived, but if you do pay the $25 additional fee for printed materials. Once you choose your path, you are ready to get started by logging into Basecamp. Even if you choose the printed materials, you will want to log in to review the Navigator, your guide to Toastmasters and the Pathways learning experience. It will be uploaded to everyone's transcript on Basecamp. The Navigator is an exciting, interactive tool that contains essential information for new members, like how a club works, key club officers and roles, and more. For us current members, it has important information about Pathways and the new evaluation process. When you do not have an answer to a question, open the Navigator. I encourage you to explore the Navigator as soon as you receive it. Remember, you are not going to receive this item in the mail. Log into Basecamp to review it, and even to print out a PDF copy. I am leaving your club with a bound copy and a digital copy of it today, so you can also access it that way, or order your own printed copy when Pathways rolls out. Now that you have finished ordering your path, you are ready to begin. Your first project, the Icebreaker. You must complete this project before any other project on your path. After that, you are able to complete projects in each level in any order. You move through the levels sequentially. For example, you cannot work in level 3 until you complete level 2. The final project you will complete on your path is Reflect on Your Path at level 5. Let's say that you chose the Presentation Mastery path and that you are completing it on Basecamp. You will log into Basecamp and access your education transcript. Here you will see the first project you were required to complete, the Icebreaker. To open it, you click Activate. Make sure your pop-up blocker is turned off for Basecamp, as your projects and resources will open in new windows. For those of you considering printed materials, you will receive your first shipment in standard shipping time. It will contain levels 1 and 2 of your path and will look like this, but you won't have to wait to receive your booklets to begin. The interactive version of Icebreaker project is available on the Pathways webpage. You can download and print a PDF version of the project from this interactive version. Your project will open in a new window. You click Begin to start reading through your project. One of the first screens you will see in here as you click through is a screen that shows you how to navigate through the project. There's also a tutorial on Basecamp that will walk you through this. Arrows to the left and right of each page allow you to return to the previous page or advance to the next. You will find quite a few screens that have some sort of interactivity. All screens with interactivity have a directions tab toward the bottom of the screen to explain the functionality of the page. Click the arrow on the right to read through your project. Once you click through the introduction screen, you will come to your assignment screen, which is found at the beginning of every project. This is where you will find the purpose and an overview of the assignment you will complete. These are the tasks you must complete in order to finish the project and move on to the next project. There is also a downloadable project checklist to guide you through the basic steps you will need to complete your assignment. The next screen asks you to access your current skill level. You rate yourself on each of the statements. You will complete this assessment again after you complete the project to compare how you may have improved from the time you began the project to the time you finished. Following the Access Your Skills Before screen is a list of competencies that you will learn and practice in this project. You can navigate to another section of the project at any time using this menu at the bottom of the screen. Once you have read all content in the project, you will come to a screen titled Complete Your Assignment. This is when you actually start working on the tasks that make up your assignment. On this screen, you will again find that project checklist that you saw earlier. Use it to help you determine what steps to take. The next page includes all the information you will need for your evaluation. The tabs show the different scores you can achieve during your evaluation and the criteria associated with those scores. It is recommended that you review your evaluation resources before you complete your assignment. This way, you know what is expected of you and what you will be evaluated on. Your evaluator will need a copy of the evaluation resource for your project. You may either download it or send it to them, and they can find it on Basecamp and bring it to the meeting. If you are working in printed materials, you can simply give your Level 1 booklet to your evaluator. Once you complete all tasks and give your speech, you log back into the project to complete your second self-assessment. On this screen, you assess your skills again based on everything you learned while completing the project. You will be able to see a comparison of your skill ratings before and after your completed project. After you complete your assignment, give your speech and assess your skills at the end of your project. You will receive the Path Activated badge. This marks the completion of your first project and the start of your path. In this example, you have received the Motivational Strategics Activated badge. You will receive your next badge when you complete Level 1. You begin in Pathways as soon as it rolls out in our district. However, I know some of you may be working towards awards in the current educational program. That is okay. You have plenty of time to fulfill those requirements before the current education program is phased out. Wherever you are on your current journey, you have a choice to make. From the day Pathways rolls out in the last region to receive it, you will have 2 years to achieve your goals in the current program. Please keep in mind that your achievements towards goals in the current program will not be transferable to Pathways. The projects and structure of learning are so different for the two programs. This applies to the Distinguished Toastmaster Award too. If you want to reach a goal you have been working toward in the current program, I encourage you to do it as soon as possible. Once Pathways has rolled out in our district, all new members will begin in Pathways. They cannot start in the current education program. This program is new to all of us. I know some of you have completed the Competent Communicator Manual many times. You are experts on it and the current education program. It is okay that no one in your club is a Pathways expert yet. We all have an opportunity to learn and become experts together. It is an exciting time to be a Toastmaster and part of a Toastmasters club. So how is your club affected by all this? Your club benefits from Pathways, just like you do. With all the new opportunities in Pathways, your club leaders can grow the club. You will all soon have the opportunity to practice and develop more skills than ever before, which makes your club desirable to many prospective members looking to broaden their skill sets. This is an exciting new program. Pathways represents a paradigm shift, but will feel familiar to you because it maintains what you love about Toastmasters. If you're concerned about how it affects your club meetings, I am happy to tell you that Pathways does not change the club meetings. Your club meetings will still be at the heart of the Toastmasters experience. Do you still give speeches? Yes. Table topics? Yes. Evaluations? Yes. You will still fulfill meeting roles. Pathways will not extend the length of your meetings. Those will remain the same. The required length of most Pathways speeches is still 5 to 7 minutes. I hope you are all as excited as I am for Pathways to begin in our district. Pathways will launch in our district soon. We have to wait until it officially rolls out for us to actually start, but I want to go over some basic getting started information for you to get you ready. I've brought your club's rollout kit with me today. It has some essential information to help you begin in Pathways. Your Vice President of Education is going to distribute some of these contents. Everyone gets one of these quick start guides. This gives you basic information about pathways, how to log into Toastmasters International website. You're going to want to hang onto this for our rollout date. There's also one printed copy of The Navigator that now belongs to your club. You will want to read The Navigator for important information on pathways and how to use the new evaluation resources. Your kit also contains 3 pathways pins. Your VP of Education will hand these out to the first 3 of you who begin pathways. Finally, your kit includes a flash drive with copies of resources your club may need with the transition to pathways, including the new membership application, the Navigator, and more. After today's meeting, I will still be available to support your club. Starting next week, I will be holding weekly office hours, and the VPs of various clubs that I visit will join me. The time is devoted to answering any questions you send to your VP of Ed. I will be able to support your club and answer your questions for the next 4 months. Please be sure you send all questions to your VP Ed so I can answer them. All questions are good questions. As you can see from your quick start guide, you will need to sign in to Toastmasters International website in order to begin your journey in pathways. Before the ambassador and I leave here today, we want to make sure you are all familiar with how to log into your profile on the website. We're doing this because we want to make sure you are able to jump right into pathways from the day it rolls out in our district. We don't want you to have to wait for your password to be reset when you're already eager to get started. I'm going to demonstrate by signing in now. In a few minutes, I'm going to ask all of you to log in as well. All the steps I'm about to show you are also on the quick start guide. Let's use the last few minutes to practice logging into the Toastmaster International website. If we have time at the end, I'd like to answer any questions you have. If you have your own device, log in using that. If not, you can come up here and use this computer to log in. We have a few minutes now to take any questions. Does anyone have anything they would like to ask me or the ambassador? Thank you for welcoming the ambassador and myself out here today. It has been a pleasure meeting all of you and telling you about pathways. I'm excited to begin on this new journey with you.